Oh, a very good opportunity for the Autarch to catch that squad on retreat. However, she decides to go for a different squad and doesn't get quite a lot of kills there. Looks like we're going for a Sentinel execute here. However, Sentinels are very swift, and if they don't get stuck on terrain, can in general outrun most anything. Looks like Chaos Lord was stuck in Let the Galaxy Burn positioning there. We do have Lightning Claws and the Icon of Corn as well up on that Chaos Lord. Meanwhile, the Warp Spider Exarch has the improved Warp Generator and the Power Blades. The Lord General, on the other hand, has no upgrades, and the Warlock is only wielding the Merciless Witchblade, which also gives him knockback to his weapon and energy burn. Mana burn, as it is known in other games. Or feedback. Another good Corn worship to get things into positioning here. Still no Tzeentch or Corn upgrade on these Chaos Marines. An interesting choice to delay it in favor of Tier 3. Oh, looks like we have Corn going up on one squad. What will the second squad be upgraded with? Doesn't look like Tailum has enough resources to buy it yet. I hope it's Tailum and it's not Tailum, and I am saying it right this whole time. Alright, these Wraithguard are being used to cap. An interesting choice with two Guardian squads there, since Wraithguard are artillery and prefer not to be at the front. Repairs going down on these Sentinels. Meanwhile, a big push is coming in here. The Autarch coming in first to engage these Wraithguards in melee and make them possible for these Corn Marines to get in. Again, they are sticking in that cover weirdly. A mass retreat after a Manticore barrage, not really necessary. These Wraithguard, however, are going to have to get out of here now that his ally has pulled out. Banshees are going to die, it looks like. They only have 20 hit points, 15. Oh, Wraithguards go down too. Oh, that is a bad encounter. That would have been in blue team's favor. However, Tailum did pull a mass retreat when he did not need to because of a Manticore strike. A pretty late game Falcon out on the field now. However, it's actually going to be quite effective, as there's not a whole lot of anti-vehicle out right now because the Plague Marines retreated. Power Blades chewing up this Manticore. Would be nice to blink behind him before he gets into that base. One unit can obstruct a vehicle's pathing quite significantly, especially if that unit was in front and then is suddenly behind. For some reason, the vehicle pathing AI gets very baffled when it has a path charted that it's taking and something interferes. Now that Falcon is providing a very nice reinforce for his ally to get these Guardsman squads back up to full. Or I guess I should say one Guardsman squad out in the field right now. That's a very unique aspect of 2 versus 2, is that you can have these very nice synergies. You can in 3 versus 3 as well, however it's less likely because 3 versus 3 is such chaos that you're just not going to see people bringing their Falcon over to... Oh, a Manticore barrage on this blob. We do have double Corn now. Yes, double Corn Marines. I think that's quite a good choice, actually. There's a Let the Galaxy Burn, followed by a retreat. Now, Warlock's trying to get in there, however, he's going into the Lion's Den, and he is going to have to get out of there. Meanwhile, the IG forces are flanking around behind this Chaos Blob. These Chaos Heretics needed to worship to bring those Corns back into the fight. However, they are retreating out of there with 4 models. I guess 3 models plus Champion. And now we're seeing a bit of a problem as this blob was too close together. These Sentinel stomps are able to cause significant damage. However, one Sentinel looks like he's ready to go down. But they're going for these Melta first. And they do get the Melta wipe. Will they get the Lord General? They did get the Sentinel. Are they going to get the last Sentinel there? There's a Havoc set up with a Las Cannon. Tzeentch upgrade. The Warp Spider Exarch is down again. That is pretty much how my Warp Spider Exarch plays as well. he just gets very tired from all the teleporting around, is what I like to say, and eventually, you know, he's just got to take a nap. There's no big deal. He just gets tired and has to rest. Again, getting in the building with a setup team when there's a Manticore about is not a good idea. It's just, and there's also grenades too. I mean, if you don't even want to worry about the Manticore, there's grenades, there's a Falcon, there's Wraith Guards. Getting in a building with the mix-up that there is out right now is a bad idea for blue team. A Manticore barrage goes down. Are these Plague Marines going to walk into it? They do not, as all the rockets work quite well outside of the circle, aiming for the pathway that it looked like Tanith thought Tailum was going to take. Another strike in there, as there is a second Manticore out. That is a common temptation when one Manticore is working well, just to get another one. However, I think that was not a super good choice in this case. These Corn Marines are a much bigger threat than the ranged blobs right now, and the Corn Marines don't worry too much about Manticore barrages because they're on your units. And if you Manticore barrage them, you're going to Manticore barrage your stuff. You can use them defensively as you're retreating, however, it's just... It's risky. They need to pull back now. They've pursued a bit too far. That was not a necessary retreat. They could have just turned around and walked. This warship would have helped them get out of there, no problem. But again, another decision that's hard to make on the fly. We do have a webway gate up for Xford sucks all the way over here in enemy territory. That's a very effective placement, especially when you consider the first one is building right here, or the second one. And that's the end. GG for blue team. They managed to pull that one out despite some very powerful Manticore hits by red team. Ultimately, I think the second Manticore was a bit of a drain, and the Wraith Guards were not a super good choice against Chaos and Eldar, especially since the Eldar was going mainly Banshees and did not have a ranged blob to speak of. He had a couple setup teams, but those are nothing too hard to deal with. Warp Spiders might have been more productive, although, as I said, my Tier 2 Eldar play is quite terrible, so I can't say for sure that that would be a good decision. But that would be my guess, is that you'd want Warp Spiders and possibly just go for Tier 3 then. So we see in the Commander tab, the Chaos Lord is substantially higher level than the rest of the heroes because he did have more war gear and he only died, I believe, one time. Meanwhile, oh yes, we can see right there he died 0 times. I was wrong. Meanwhile, the units killed tab is heavily in favor of blue team. The resource tab, actually somewhat even. Power is in favor of blue team. Point control, actually quite balanced as well. So that was another good game. We'll be moving on to game 3, which will be the first 3v3 for Decepticasts. So if you want to join us over there, I'll see you there. If not, thanks for watching.